Adam McKay's The Big Short is based on the book by Michael Lewis. Now, the film takes a rather satirical look at the housing bubble collapse of the mid-2000s and the mortgage crash that basically crippled America, and not just America, but also part of the world. Now, in hindsight, it's insane to think that all of this went down unchecked. And McKay and his co-writer Charles Randolph, who adapted the screenplay, basically present the scenario in a very intriguing and humorous way. In numerous occasions, the characters will break a fourth wall, bringing us, the viewers, into the hysteria and the outrageousness of this situation, and kind of giving us a bird's eye view of the wrongdoings that was going on at the time due to the greediness of the banks that were lending out some loans to people who basically have no right of taking out loans because they obviously can't afford to pay them back. You probably heard the term subprime loan. I believe that's what it was called. And basically they're given to people who obviously have less than stellar credit and will likely end up finding themselves defaulting on their loans on many occasions, and the bank will just sit there, collect all the fees that stem from those default payments. So the situation was that it just got out of control, and the banks are just taking in more and more of these loans, and basically a group of men, traders, analysts, and whatnot, basically caught on that there's something going on here, and in the end they determined that they're going to basically make money off of the bank's greediness, and by default of their own, the misfortune of everyone who's on the ends of those bad loans. So it kind of leaves a sour note knowing that this is kind of like these guys, these four characters are like heroes almost, but they're basically becoming heroic at the expense of the downtrodden. And that kind of like gives a certain interesting balance of just how you're supposed to root for these guys. But maybe you're not supposed to root for these guys. Again, this is a satirical look, and it's supposed to like kind of in a way poke fun at the situation, but it was just, again, it's just an insane situation that the market went into due to greediness and oversight, and a lack of oversight. So the film stars Ryan Gosling, Brad Pitt, Christian Bale, Steve Carell, and Marissa Tomei, and they're all great in this movie. They all serve their parts, and it's very entertaining and quite surprising and infuriating. I mean, it's not gonna like say something like Margin Call, where that's more of a straightforward drama thriller about the crash, but and that one certainly was infuriating. But with this one, because we were years removed and we have some hindsight looking back into it, and just seeing how these guys are able to profit off of the banks, and how I'm sure many of us wish we could have thought to do that, is to make money off their greediness. And I'm sure many of us might have been at the end of a default payment here and there because of the situations we were in. And you could probably blame the banks for that. But McKay's film turned out to be a pretty entertaining film. Like I said, it does break the fourth wall from time to time, which can be interesting and amusing, and sometimes might take you out of the movie. But it not as often as you would think. But in the end, The Big Short proves to be a very entertaining and satirical look at a real-world situation that just got out of hand. And probably right to this day, we're probably still paying for it. And I mean, look, they got bailout. The banks got bailouts of all things, but at least the economy appears to be coming back to solid ground, we hope. So The Big Short proves to be a pretty entertaining look at a dark time in American history. And I would give The Big Short an 8 out of 10. It's definitely one worth checking out, and if it's a situation that you're quite familiar of, it might be kind of enlightening. I mean, sure, they throw a lot of terminology out there that some of it still went over my head, but I got the gist of the situation, and I still found it very amusing, educational, and at times infuriating. So Adam McKay's The Big Short, 8 out of 10. Definitely worth checking out. So if you like my review, please hit that like button below. Have you seen The Big Short? Have you read the book? Or have you seen the movie? If so, please comment below. Let me know what you think. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. That way you can stay on top of my reviews as they come in. So until next time, we'll see you at the movies.